My win for the week is that I bought this sharp ass shirt I'm wearing. Yo, if you know me, you need to understand that I never buy clothes. I'm saying, if I say never, I mean legit. I haven't bought a piece of clothing in, I'm gonna say 6 months. Before that, I had a year. Like my record, no, my record is 11 months. My record is 11 months. It's like, yeah, I don't buy shit. I don't buy nothing because I think it's very boring. But I bought this sharp shirt. Look how sharp I look. You wanna know how much it cost? Wait, let me unmute. Somebody needs to be muted here because I'm bragging and somebody's interrupting me. You wanna know how much it cost? Look at it. Throw out some numbers. Let's see if you can guess how much it cost. Psst. €6. 6 euro. You know, you feel proud when you wanna brag when you buy something when you look sharp in and it's cheap. You know what I mean? That's when you're supposed to brag. I do opposite bragging. People like to yeah, this cost 500 euros. Psst, bitch, this cost $6. That's my train. Yo, that's it. We're gonna run over a bunch of things today. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, but we'll get there. First thing first is that on next Wednesday, we're gonna have our first online workout together. I know the Kilo Workout Gang here in Europe are doing it already. The people overseas in I don't want to call them the Struggler Gang, but the Strugglers, but it's their own name. I didn't come up with that, but so far I feel until we come up with something else, we're gonna run with that, and we're gonna do a workout together here 8 p.m. Central European Summertime, which means that it's 1 hour after this. So yeah, 1 hour exactly from now. So we do the regular webinar where I'm talking, and then I'm running a training with you guys. If it's not optimal, we're gonna find a way. I don't know how many days a week or how many days a month we're gonna do it, but we start off with once a week. We start off with once a month, and then we see what the response is and everything. It doesn't cost anything. You can invite whoever you want. It's gonna be the same link as we're having right now, and show up, you know what I mean? And last week we had the trifecta. Last week we talked about the trifecta. What did you guys think about the trifecta? Was okay? You got some value out from it? Yvette, you didn't share your win with us. I see you. Share your win, girl.
I posted on the chat.
Ah, okay.
I'll repeat it.
Please.
Well, I had a deadline for a report for the office, so I was able to comply it on time and report to my head office in Japan.
Yo, round of applause. That's structured freedom, you know what I mean? Fantastic. In the trifecta that we talked about last week, we talked about your creativity, your roadmap, your training, which was the main categories, and under each category we had sub-pillars. We went in depth with the basics, we went in depth with dance specific training, and we went in depth with community. I just gotta say how proud I am of everybody in this group who started to really take action after the trifecta. I saw people started commenting more inside of the Facebook groups. I heard about people reaching out to each other. My inner circle group with the one-on-one coaching people or students, that's more active even. So I'm very, very proud of everybody. And I want you guys to keep pushing it, keep hacking the group. I don't know who it was, I don't know if that person is here even, but there was a person who reached out in the group saying like, guys, I'm going through some tough shit and I really need your help with it. And that's how you hack the group. That's the power of our community. It's there for us to take advantage of. Sooner or later, I'm gonna be the guy, you know what I mean? I'm super Seb, you know what I mean? But There is levels. Even I have some heavy days sometimes. Even I have some heavy days sometimes, and I take energy from these things. I take energy from you guys more, probably more than you guys are taking energy from me or your allies or everything, you know. But I want to emphasize today on the importance of, because we talked about community, we talked about, again, like the full trifecta. Everybody remember the trifecta. Who haven't seen the trifecta? Anybody didn't see the trifecta? Everybody saw it? Yeah, perfect. And I want to emphasize the importance of truly understanding your movie ending. Like truly understanding it. Like, your movie ending should be the reason, for me, at least. This is what I believe. Then you can take, like I always say, whatever I'm saying to you guys, you need to make your own cake of what I'm saying here. I don't have no truth. There's no truth to what I'm saying. I'm only speaking from what I believe. And then you're gonna, you know, take what I'm saying, mix your own little cigar, you know what I mean? You mix your own little blunt, and you roll it up and you smoke it, or you mix your own little drink, and that's what you're doing with it. But me, personally, I strongly believe that whatever I'm doing, whatever it is that I'm doing, if it doesn't correlate with my movie ending, I don't want to engage in it. Don't count me in. Like, I count myself out. My movie ending, it's so clear. It's so clear, and it's so important to have this. And I have different scenes in my movie ending that I meditate on. Like, I visualize these things every day, more or less. I have them in a Trello board. Like, I go far with it. But it's so important for you, because the trifecta this, the trifecta that. The trifecta is not meaning anything unless you know where you're heading. Did that make sense? Like, the trifecta is there as a roadmap. And you can change stuff. You can, if creativity and dancing is not that big for you, take it away. Take it away and add, I don't know, family, relationships maybe is more important for you. Then take it away and add that instead. Use the same system and then grade yourself 1 to 10 every month. Then you have some type of, I suggest you do it once a week even. Like me personally, I would do it once a week. Minimum, on a minimum. But that's Sebastian, like, you know what I mean? Have that so you can navigate. And it's, again, it's the it's the good life where you're going to. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. Don't come with only wealth. Don't come with only happiness. Trust me, I've been broke more than once, and that shit sucks. You can be happy. I'm not saying you can be happy, but a lot of misery won't be there if your wealth is equally as strong as your happiness, for sure. Same thing goes with your health. Same thing goes with everything. And then comes the important part. There's so many layers to this. There is so many layers. Like, I really believe in the trifecta. Like, I didn't teach it to some bullshit. Like, I really believe deeply in it. There is real levels to this game. Like, the deeper you dive into it, the more you're gonna, that's why I push it. Like, the more you look over your movie and it's like, what is it that I want here really? What is it that I'm going for? The more you understand it and the more you take time to believe in it and to nourish these thoughts and these patterns of your life, the more you're gonna get out of your life what you want to get out of life. And the question will always be, why? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why would I waste my time? Why would I waste my time? Or why would I invest my time even? It's not even wasting. Why would I invest my time? Because everything comes back to you. Everything you do is gonna have a bounce back. I don't know if it was Darwin or Newton, but one of those guys. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. I think it was law number 2 or 3. Maheen for sure, Maheen knows. For sure, Maheen knew. You know what I mean? She even said it out loud. She even corrected me. It was one of them. One of the 2. Who was it, Maheen? Tell me.
Newton.
Yeah, okay. Was it the 3rd or the 2nd law?
Oh, that's beyond my knowledge.
Okay, but Newton, this guy, he said some good shit. Anyway, every action has an opposite and equal reaction, and that's what we talked about it before. It's the cost of inaction. But it comes to, I think it's so important. Like, now you have the roadmap. You have a system to grade yourself. Now use it. But why? Why do you want this? It's like, I swear, me, when it comes to my dancing, at the moment, I don't want to be a 10. I don't want to be a 10. Like, don't count me in there. Because I know what a 10 is. I've hanged out with 10s. You know what I mean? Some of my friends, some of my best friends, they are 10s. Like, look at Judith. Look at Judith from Bachata Sensual. Did anybody see her last post? If you didn't see Judith's last post, I swear you missed out. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen when it came to dancing on the breaking down Bachata Sensual. I swear on my life. I swear on my life. She's a 10 when it comes to basics. She's a 10 when it comes to originality. And she's a 10 when it comes to her creativity. It was a post, she put herself doing something, and she put her dance, like lady styling, and she puts Korke right under. So she did a lady styling here, how to practice lady styling, and then how to apply exactly those moves inside of Bachata Sensual couple dancing. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was so easily done. It was so easily done for her. She said 10. So when I'm saying I don't want to be that, it's because I understand how much it cost. I understand how much it cost. Like, I truly understand how much it cost. I lived with her 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, it was such a next level of dancing, and she did it so effortlessly. She did like nothing. She did like nothing. But you're talking about the highest level of dancers right here. And I think that's so important for everybody to take in. It's, what do you want? Because understand that everything has a cost. Everything has a cost. So I'm like, when I say what do you want, I think an even more important question is, what are you willing to put on the line? What are you willing to sacrifice to get there? I've hanged with 10s in dancing. I don't want to sacrifice that right now. That's not where my mind is. And I love dancing. Make no mistake, I love to dance. From the bottom, I did this shit for 12 years. But to be a 10, like, that takes so much. That takes so much. Even my training, I'm satisfied being a 9. A 10. A 10. And I don't miss workouts. Like, I train religiously 5 days a week. Minimum. But a 10. It's like, there is so levels to that. There is so many levels to this game. Analyze the trifecta. Really take what I'm saying and make it your own, and go dive deep into it. Dive deep into it. What's good, Bri? How you doing? Everything good? We saw you just logged in here. It looks like you are in, I don't know, San Francisco or some bridge.
I'm actually in Missouri, and I just finished teaching a class, but...
Yeah. Your background is lying to us.
I know. It's fake.
Oh, it's fake, is it? Oh, yeah, that's so funny. Welcome, champ. Hope you're good.
Thanks.
But yeah, for me, I tell you guys, because we did a trifecta. We talked about the basics. And when Judith posted that thing on her Instagram, if you go and you see my comments, I think I even commented this, like, I really hope people understand what they are seeing here. Like, it's the highest level of bachata sensual that you will ever see. Like, for me, what I'm witnessing right there, it's such a beautiful breakdown. And again, it goes to, why? What's your movie ending? My movie ending? That's not my movie ending. No, my movie ending is that I want to be able to dance the day before I die. That's like one of my biggest goals. You know what I mean? I just want to be there with my wife, you know, have a little grog, you know what I mean? A cigar, chilling, looking sharp, probably wearing a shirt looking like this, having a hat, clack, dancing a little kizomba the day before I die. And then I die the day after. Easy. That's me. It's me. I'm a simple guy. What can I say? But it's not for everyone. But the clearer the roadmap you have, the easier it's going to be to get there. Yeah, but Sebastian, I don't know what I want. No, I know. But are you working on it? How many in here is working on their movie ending on a daily? Let's start with daily. You know what I mean? See some hands. Beautiful. Weekly, raise your hands. Monthly, raise your hands. Beautiful. Let's do that weekly. Put that into your routine. It's like everything. If you can see it and you have the courage enough to speak it, I promise you it's gonna happen. I promise you it's gonna happen. One of my mentors told me the other week, I had a coaching call with him. He's like, Sebastian, the way you're working, because he told me to do some shit. And I'm like, why am I gonna do that, bro? Like, why would I waste my time doing this shit? He's like, you gotta prepare for it. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, if you want to go where your movie ending is, I'm obviously not talking about me smoking a cigar, dancing kizomba, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the other parts of my movie ending. The other areas, not the happiness, the health, the wealth, the love. It's like, if you want to go there, there's gonna take some sacrifice, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The way you are working towards your movie ending, it's inevitable. So you might as well prepare for it now. You might as well prepare for it now. If your vision is so clear, and you can see it in here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it is inevitable. I promise you. I promise you that. But you got to put something on the line. You got to put something on the line. Weight loss, you got to put those cookies on the line. Dancing, you got to put whatever on the line. Happiness, you got to stop scrolling down your Instagram and do some, soul searching. You got to meditate. You want to feel grounded? That's the way. You want to learn? I don't know. Maybe you need to travel with books. Wherever you're going. Like, it all depends on what you want out of life. You want to talk to people? You want to stand here every Wednesday? Maybe you need to travel with a library. Maybe you need to travel with a library if you want to speak in front of people. Or maybe you're smart enough to get a Kindle. You know what I mean? Maybe that is something you should be doing. I don't know, it depends on your movie ending. Me, forget that. I legit don't buy a Kindle because my ego is too big. I want to be able to have a, what's the name? A bookshelf, like a library. Yeah, I want to be able to have like a big library in my living room. Because it inspires you also. Like in my living room when we lived in Barcelona, we had We had a nice bookshelf. I tell you, like 4 or 5 like big 1 meter shelves. It looked beautiful. Like you get inspired just looking at it. A Kindle, you don't get inspired looking on it. At least not me. But you got to put something on the line. You got to be able. Did that make sense? Like, am I making sense right now? And I feel it's such an important subject. I feel it's such an important subject for all of us, and especially after doing the trifecta. The trifecta is, it's so powerful. It's a tool. It's such a powerful tool if you use it. Because you start to notice your own patterns. So it's like now, I suggest you have this is the trifecta follow-up. I suggest you have where you are right now, rate yourself every week, every Sunday, where you want to go. You have another trifecta, your ideal trifecta. And then you have why. It should be written right under. Your ideal trifecta shouldn't be regarded as something that is unattainable. Your ideal should be regarded as a law, just like gravity. I'm as certain that I will get whatever I want in life, in any areas of my life, if I put in the correct amount of work throughout a prolonged period of time. I'm as certain that that will happen as I am of this book falling down. It's as certain as gravity. Now imagine if I said that shit and this book would have just like, you know, flow up in the air instead. Touche. You know, God is putting checkmate on me. Yo, am I making sense? I really wanted to emphasize this. I wanted to do a follow-up on, this won't be a long call. Unless you guys have tons of questions that I would love to answer or tons of topics to throw at me so I can just rant. But I really wanted to emphasize this today. Any questions on trifecta, on mindset, on life, on training, on dancing, let me know. And if not, I got some other shit to say also. Don't worry. Tell me, Maheen.
So for the Wednesday workouts that you're gonna do live, I won't be able to make them because I got a new job.
Ah, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you.
Fuck yeah.
So will you post those somewhere?
Yeah, why not? I guess so. If you ask me to. Yeah, I can post them. Yeah, we can post them. We post them in or the Facebook group or probably our YouTube channel. And then we just
Okay.
Go guys. You guys go there. Don't worry about it. Should I read what's happening in the chat here? So much sense that it's barely uncomfortable to think how much work I have ahead. That's the life. It's good. It's good to have work. It's Corona out there. We could be unemployed. But pressure is a privilege. There's so much. We were talking about this today, me and David. We're like, we could be in so much shittier situations than we are right now. This is a true story. We were out walking today shooting content. And we saw, I don't know how it is in your countries, but in Sweden, for some reason, it's very normal that alcoholic men is hanging out next to the ocean, next to the water. I don't know why. If I was a drunk, I wouldn't be hanging close to the ocean, close to the water. I feel that would be the fucking last place. That's dangerous. That shit's dangerous, you know what I mean? They should be hanging in a park where there's like one tree or something so that nobody can get hurt. Next to the water, that's fucking dangerous. Anyway, we saw it was so clear. It was 3 benches. It was 1 bench here, 1 bench in the middle, and 1 bench over here. So we're out walking and we stop and I tell David, I'm like, David, look. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, turn around. There is levels to this game. There's levels to everything. That's why I say dive into the trifecta, analyze it. It looks like the seed of life, you know what I mean? It's there. Create your own trifecta. But there is levels to this game. There is levels to everything. We saw one man sitting alone, looking, I'm gonna say decent. He had one bear under his bench, next to his feet. He was struggling a little bit, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right next to him, the bench before, they were not hanging out. These people were not hanging out together, but they sat there. You know, misery loves company. In the middle bench, there were two people having a conversation, little bit drunker than the first man, looked a little bit rougher than the other one. They've been through some shit, you know? Then on the third bench, furthest away from us, was a man with one shoe, two bags, talking to himself. Gone. Talking to his reality. There is levels. There is real levels. And we were saying, we're like, and this was today, and it impacted me, like it really touched me, where I'm like, bro, there is so many levels. There is so many levels of misery. There is so many levels of happiness. And I'm not saying they are miserable, I have no idea. Maybe they're happier than I am. Who am I to judge? I don't know. I don't know them. But there is levels. And I've been there myself, saying like, wow, I was at rock bottom. No. There is levels to this. There are real levels to this. Yeah, but I'm unemployed. Yeah, but I'm an unemployed woman. Yeah, but I'm an unemployed black woman. Yeah, but I'm an unemployed black woman who's a single mom. Yeah, but I am. There is real levels to this. There is real levels to this. And the same thing goes up. And that's why I said, I don't know if I said it here or in the mental discipline program. There is no, like, forget the box. Forget the box. There is no floor. There is no rock bottom. There is no ceiling. It's done next. That's where we're going. That's Tim Grover. There is no floor. There is no ceiling. It's done next on everything. On everything, everything. Every day, new wins. Every week, new wins. Every day, new losses. Done next. Man, I got my driver's license. Perfect. Woohoo! Let me celebrate for 2 weeks. No, no, that's not what you should do. That's not what you should do. I got my driver's license. Let's celebrate. Perfect. Next. What's next? I did my workout. Fantastic. Let me party for a week. No. That's absolutely not what you should be doing. You should be focused. You did it once. Let's see if you can do it again. Man, I failed. I missed my workout. Yeah, I know. It sucks. Can you go back in time? No? Done next. Don't repeat it. Don't be silly. But done next. Keep moving forward. Use the trifecta. It's there to help you. Use the community. We are here to help you. Whatever. Hack the groups. Hack the groups. I don't know for how many months I've been saying this. I don't know how many months I've been talking about hacking the group, but now is when people are finally starting to hack the groups. Finally. It's not my group. I refuse to go in and comment on everything. It's not my movement. It's us. All of us. Take responsibility for your community. Add to the community. It's as much your responsibility as it is my responsibility. It's all of us. It's not me. Forget that shit. If it's me, and I don't want to be a part of it, then forget that. It's us. A community where I'm the one all the time is not a community. That's a dictatorship, and I'm not interested in that. You know what I mean? We have our little cult here. You know what I mean? It's a little cult, but I don't want to be a dictator. Forget that shit. Did that make sense? I'm jumping all over the place today, but I feel there are some important things to learn. By the way, everyone, we are hiring new people for Be Fit and Sensual team. I'm gonna throw out an ad, or I'm gonna throw out it's not ad, I don't know what it's called in English, but something, I'm gonna throw it out there. Please share it. You're gonna understand when it's out. What's it called? Application maybe. Maybe it's called application. Maheen, help me.
Promotion.
Sorry?
Promotion.
We're gonna throw out the promotion. And if you don't know what a promotion is, you better talk to Maheen. You know what I mean? But that's it for this week. That's it for this week, at least from me. Hack the group, goddammit! Hack it. It's there. Use it. I don't know who it was to be, but now I see some shit. Now I see, finally. It took time. It took time for us to get here. But here we go. Here we go. I swear I got happy when I saw it. People start reaching out more. Keep reaching out. Share your struggles. Share your wins. Yeah, that's it. I got a new book, by the way. If you guys haven't seen it, let me share it with you. The Buddha and the Badass. The Secret Spiritual Art of Succeeding at Work. I got it from a friend. I'm gonna tell you guys all about it next week. Alright. Any questions, something, or we good? Don't forget to talk about fasting. What do you mean fasting? Fasting.
You didn't want to forget to...
fasting. Thank you. Who was it that had the results for fasting? It was Havkan, huh? Yeah, it was. Fasting. So, now I wanted to talk about undereating. It was. I'm all over the place today. I want to talk about undereating. That's what it was. Thank you. Because it was the Armira, she said, I understand that carbs are not my enemy. The more I eat, the more I tend to lose weight. And that's extremely normal, especially by women. So undereating, what it means is that I love to use this analogy. Let's say you are, let's say you are supposed to meet somebody tomorrow. You're hanging out with me. We're all hanging out together, all of us. We're gonna see each other tomorrow. And we've seen each other every day for the last week. When I leave you, I'm gonna give you a quick hug or maybe like a Corona elbow, and then I'm out. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. But if I haven't seen you for a year, and I'm not gonna see you for another year, I'm gonna hug you. And I'm gonna hold on to you really, really long. And that's exactly what happens to the body. If you don't feed the body enough nutrition frequently, every day, it's gonna go into starvation mode. So it's gonna feel, holy fuck, we don't get enough food here. Let's hold on to everything. All the fats, all the energy, we're gonna hold it on because this crazy person is trying to starve us out. Like we are in scarcity mode. The body is an amazing machinery. And once it believes it's in scarcity mode, it starts to hold on to everything. But if it believes it's an abundance of food, then it's like, okay, cool. We're gonna get food tomorrow anyway. So let's just get rid of this. Oh, I'm sweating. Perfect. Let's get rid of the unnecessary fat that we're carrying because we know it's gonna be food coming in tomorrow. That's the paradox of undereating. And what a lot of us think is that if we undereat, we think that we're gonna lose weight. And you will for a while. You will lose weight for a while. But at some point, you need to give your body proper nutrition. That's why we have cheat days or cheat meals planned in. And that's where structured freedom comes in. Did that make sense? Perfect. So when you're hearing, like for you guys who are in my one-on-one inner circle program, once you jump on, you get a meal plan, most of us. And what it is that for some of us it's like, wait, I wanted to lose weight and I'm going to eat more. Yeah, because you've been undereating. So it's a paradox. It's a paradox of undereating and overeating. But yeah, structured freedom. Anything else on that? Fasting. You all know what fasting is, no? I feel we were talking about it. Fasting, should I run it over, yes or no? Yes or no? You know about fasting or you know? Eh? Fasting, easy, real fast. Imagine we're at the savannah. It's the most evolutionary, from an evolutionary perspective, is the optimal diet. It's how we've always been eating. Remember, or imagine, boom, 100,000 years ago, we just killed the last Neanderthal. There is one Homo erectus left, and we just slaughter that person. Or that, yeah, it's not even a person, it's a different species. We just slaughter him, clack! Here we go. It's only Homo sapiens left. We're about 100,000 years back in time. That's when we, as Homo sapiens, that's when we start to, leave Africa, go up to Middle East, down to Australia, blah, blah, blah. We're at the savannah. We're hunter-gatherers. Some of us are hunters. Some of us are hunters. Guess who would be a hunter? And some of us are gatherers. No fingers pointing. We need you in our tribe also. I'm joking with you. So some of us are hunters, some of us are gatherers. Sebastian is out hunting, and sorry guys, night falls, and I didn't kill a rhino today. I climbed up the tree. There were no eggs in the bird nest. We're not eating tonight. Okay, what are we gonna do? Die? No, we're fasting. We're fasting. So from an evolutionary perspective, mankind has always been fasting. We could go days without fasting. There is a guy now on YouTube going 40 days fasting. The world's longest fast is 370 something days without eating. Because the body is an amazing machinery. This man was obviously very overweight. Very, very overweight. He just fasted, he just didn't eat over a year. So what you're doing is that you're not eating, you're staying away from food. So now we have different types of fasting. We have intermittent fasting, you have prolonged fasting, like when you do 24 hours or more. So if your goal is to lose weight or build healthy muscles, intermittent fasting is a fantastic way for you to get there. It's very easy. What you do is that instead of eating from morning to night, you choose. You have two ways of doing it. Or you fast in the morning, which means that you don't eat anything in the morning and you eat everything by night or afternoon. Or you don't eat by night, afternoon, and eat in the morning. For us, everybody who is new to if you're new to intermittent fasting, I suggest you use the principle of progression. I have a fantastic video on that on all of my social media. And you start on like 12 hours, you know what I mean? Very simple. Start 12 hours with your eating window. You eat all of your calories that you should be consuming. I have another fantastic video on that on my social media also. And you slowly but surely shrink your eating window. Once you reached 8 to 6 hours, 8 hours is 8, even 10 for women. If you have some situation with your hormones, you have some hormonal imbalances, 10 hours is like, know the sweet spot. Don't do this if you're pregnant. Don't do this if your doctor has told you anything else. I take zero responsibility. But if you are like a normal circumstance, you know what I mean, 10 to 6 hours, and you eat all of your calories within that window. They have been doing some crazy results. They've seen crazy results on rats, just by doing intermittent fasting. They lost fat, they build muscles just by fasting, not by doing any training. They got healthier organs, and that's when they had 2 cheat days, which is like a weekend, right? So if you're doing intermittent fasting, you have 2 cheat days, you can still charge up so you don't, going back to what we talked about before, starve yourself, and you can still get the results that we want. Make sense? If you want to know more about this, I have a great ebook inside of Dancers Bootcamp for like, I don't know, €4, what it costs?
Yeah, €4.
€4, and it's even called Intermittent Fasting, Everything You Need to Know. That's the name of the book. Right, you know the vibes. We're done for today. Thank you for coming. Okay, wait. Listen, I've been fasting for a while now, but I just had one question because sometimes I have to break my fast. What kind of effect does it have? Where's Liz? I don't understand your question. Liz, you here?
Yeah, I'm eating, sorry.
What you saying?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of. Are you eating?
Yeah, I'm eating, sorry.
No, don't worry.
Yeah, but my question was because I'm trying to do the fasting for a while now. But sometimes I have days, like, for example, last Monday, I had like 2 dance classes. The last meal I wanted to eat before 8. The dance classes were 7 and 8. So actually, I had to eat all my calories before 6. But I wasn't able to do it because it was too much for me. So I ate like after the dance classes when I got home, like around 11, because I was really hungry after 2 dances. What kind of stuff is that?
Okay, so you said you had your last meal at 11 p.m., correct?
Yeah.
So then think about what we just learned, right? We can dive deeper in this in the coaching calls, you and I, because Liz is in our inner circle. But imagine you had your last meal at 10, which 11. So then, from what I just said, like I want you to consume all of your calories in that case within a 10 to 8 hour window, which means that you should have your first meal at 1. Did that make sense?
The day after.
No. The same day. You have your first meal at 1 p.m. and then you have your last meal 11 p.m. That's still a 10-hour window. So you're fasting for 14 hours. So we have 2 windows here. We have an eating window and a fasting window. Your eating window should be the small one.